Now shifting focus to another conflict, and the next story is coming from West Asia, where efforts to secure Now we're going to look at Russia and Ukraine conflict, and where efforts to secure a ceasefire in the Ukraine war continue to be dampened by strikes and counter-strikes by the armed forces of Moscow and Kiev. Now, along with the hostilities on the battlefield, the respective leaders are also sticking to their claims of military gains and undiminished tactical superiority. Our next report tells you more.
Russian drones are raining devastation on Ukraine, hitting its civilian infrastructure and residential areas in Kharkiv city. The drone strike ignited at least 4 fires. In Kharkiv, the biggest blaze burnt down an industrial building and injured people. The raging battles indicating that even in the middle of their efforts to find truce, neither Moscow nor Kiev are reining in their artillery, neither side ready to give in. The United States cautions a peace deal will take time.
So we're going to evaluate that. Some of those conditions include sanctions that are not ours. They belong to the European Union. So we're going to be gathering and sort of, when our folks get back, sitting down, going through the proposals, getting their impressions of the conversations, so we can more fully understand what the Russian position is or what their ask is in exchange.
In separate talks with the United States, both Russia and Ukraine agreed to halt strikes in the Black Sea. But the Kremlin says revival of the Black Sea deal is subject to a number of conditions, including relief from sanctions imposed by both the US and the European Union. Ukraine, on the other hand, is keen to show that its forces are matching the enemy fire for fire. Responding to the reports of American F-16 fighter jets missing, absent from its combat zones, Kiev released its first interview of an F-16 pilot talking about his fighting missions. The pilot, whose identity has been obscured, reportedly for security reasons, says Ukrainian F-16 fighters are carrying out multiple strike missions, hitting over 80% missiles launched by Russia, destroying both Shahed drones and cruise missiles from sea, air and land. The pilot also says the effectiveness of these strikes is very high, even claiming that the missiles could fly right into someone's window if the Ukrainian forces wanted. But on the sidelines of the battlefield, angry rhetoric alternates with unverified claims. The Ukrainian president says his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin will die soon, even as Russia strongly maintains that its leader is fighting fit. Zelensky is also pressing hard for strengthening sanctions against Russia, even as he underscores the high degree of tactical deployment and mastery of Western weapons by his troops.
Let's hope and believe that the US has enough power to press Russian President Vladimir Putin into an unconditional ceasefire. Sanctions against Russia should remain in place and strengthen as long as the Russian occupation continues.
Meanwhile, as Russia accuses Kiev of targeting its energy sites both on Wednesday and Thursday, leaders debate on how to boost security for Ukraine and the security guarantees that Europe can offer Kiev. The question is, how close will it take the world towards the prospect of peace and an end to the 3-year-long Russia-Ukraine war? Bureau Report, WION World is One.